We've been exploring Alaska for about 2 weeks now. We started off in Fairbanks and then we made our way down the Parks Highway where we currently are in Anchorage. Anchorage is located in southern central Alaska on the Cook Inlet, and it's known for its many beautiful trails, wildlife, glaciers, and so much more.
We're starting off our time in the Anchorage area with what has to be the most popular hiking trail in the area. We're doing the Flattop Mountain Trail. It's a 2.8-mile hard hike, and unfortunately we're hiking in the rain. Supposedly, according to a local, this is the rainiest summer in the last 40 years, but instead of complaining, we're just adapting their rain jackets.
It's so wild watching the fog behind me. There are huge mountains back there. In 1 second they're totally covered, and then the next second the fog goes away and you can see them. It's crazy to look at. Are these all your dogs? As we were walking, all of a sudden a bunch of dogs came up behind us, and there's this guy who has like an extreme dog walking business, so 3 of the dogs were his, and then the other 9 of them, I guess he just gets paid to bring them on crazy hikes like this. But that was so crazy. They were all such good listeners. We were planning on bringing our dogs, but I just didn't want to risk it with it being too slippery and wet out. I didn't want them to get hurt or us to get hurt or anything, so we did decide to leave them in the camper. No joke.
We're at about 3,000 feet of elevation. We have about 500 more, and it looks like if we keep hiking and hike a little bit faster, we might get to the top by the time these clouds pass right by at the perfect time.
As you can tell, we're literally walking right through the fog and up a lot of stairs and elevation, so we're shedding off some layers, and yeah, it's been good so far, but it's foggy and it's getting hot. This is that hands and knees type of scramble.
Grayson the Weatherman coming to you from the peak of Flattop Mountain. It is so foggy up here with a little bit of rain, and it clears up every couple of minutes, and so we've been able to see the beautiful views on the other side, or just little pieces of them at least. It's probably so gorgeous up here when it's a clear day, but we are really enjoying it. That last little climb up here was a climb, and it was a little difficult, but it was so much fun, and we're just enjoying our time up here, even though it did get a lot colder and we had to put our little layers back on.
We can see where this mountain gets its name, Flattop Mountain, because at the top here, it is indeed flat and it is a mountain. We've been on top of a lot of mountains and they're usually pretty rugged or pointy, and you kind of take one step and you could fall off the side. But up here, it's pretty flat. You could run around and not even worry about falling off the side of the mountain. Such a beautiful trail, rain or shine, fog or not. I'm sure this trail is just absolutely stunning, but we're getting ready to head down the mountain and I think it's gonna be a little slippery, so we'll catch you when we get back to the car.
You might not believe it because I don't believe it either, but this is the way we're going down. And I really can't see past that rock just like you guys probably can't either.
Wish us luck. The first thing we do when we get back from a hike is take off our boots and put on our Blundstones or Chacos or something more comfortable, because obviously boots are great for hiking in, but for hanging out in, not the move.
The way back down from that hike was super slippery as expected, and if we can agree on two things, one, the hike was so beautiful and so much fun, and the second thing is we worked up an appetite and we're so hungry. So we're in downtown Anchorage trying 2 spots we're so excited to try.
We stopped off at Tia's, which is a hot dog stand, but it's not just a typical hot dog stand. They actually serve reindeers. So we got a reindeer hot dog, and then we also got a gyro that has reindeer and elk meat. I'm really interested to try it. I don't know how much I'm gonna like it, but you never know until you try. We figured we had to get it. Everyone told us it's a very popular thing to get, so here we are. I'm not usually a big hot dog girl, so if I don't even like this, I won't be too surprised, so let's just try it. It's pretty good. I definitely like it, but like I said, I'm not a big hot dog girl, and it just pretty much tastes like a hot dog to me. I don't know what a reindeer tastes like. It doesn't really taste any different to me, to be honest.
The hot dog was so good. Honestly, I really don't think you can taste the reindeer by itself, because there is pork and beef in there as well, because I don't think they're allowed to sell just straight up reindeer, but it was still good. The outside was nice, crunchy, amazing, really liked it, but we also got this gyro, euro, whatever you'd like to call it. And supposedly one of these is elk, one of them is caribou or reindeer, and it's got tzatziki sauce, pickles, cheese, and a couple of other things on there. I'm gonna stop talking about it and give it a try. Right off the rip, all I'm gonna say is you can't necessarily taste the caribou or the elk. You're really just tasting the tzatziki sauce. It's pretty overpowering, still delicious, but I think I prefer the sausage over the gyro. We walked around 200 feet from Tia's over to Wild Scoops, and it's an ice cream counter, and they have a couple different flavors that we were excited to try. And so the 2 we got was Sitka Swirl on a sugar cone. It's like a caramelly vanilla. Smells delicious, looks delicious, and the second one we got is Fireweed, and it's a very popular wildflower here in Alaska, and we got it the Alaskan way, which has marshmallow fluff on top that's kind of just like burnt, and it smells like a s'mores.
I've definitely never had ice cream this way, so I'm super excited to try it. When we saw photos and heard about it, we just knew we had to get it. Look at that marshmallow fluff. I didn't get any ice cream. All I got was the marshmallows, and it just reminds me of s'mores, but let's try to get some with the ice cream also. All right, I got into the ice cream, and it's actually a little bit pink, purple, really cute. That's a game changer for eating ice cream.
We're about halfway done with our ice creams, and they're dripping everywhere, so I want to give you a quick review. This one honestly doesn't really taste very caramelly. It almost just tastes like a vanilla with some brown in it. And it tastes good, don't get me wrong. All ice cream is good in my eyes, but it's not what I was expecting. And the Fireweed one, oh my, double chef's kiss. I don't have any fingers to do it, but it's so good. The flavor is just so unreal. I can just close my eyes and just picture the fireweeds around me, and it honestly makes me want to eat them all. That'd be the problem. Another great stop in Anchorage is Kincaid Park. It's over 1,500 acres and it's known for its trails, wildlife, and more. There are so many points of interest in this park, but one of the main ones are the views of Denali, which is right behind me. And on a clear day, which we weren't expecting today to be, you can see Denali over 150 miles away.
Another spot in Kincaid Park that we really wanted to see was the sand dunes, but as we were pulling up there was a moose literally right outside of our truck, and it was actually walking on the trail, so it's definitely not safe for us to go and walk on that trail to get to the dunes. So we're just gonna move on to our next spot. And as we were driving out of here, check it out, another moose.
As we continue to make our way south, our last stop in the Anchorage area is the Marsh Wildlife Viewing Deck. This 1,550-foot wooden boardwalk goes through Marsh and gives you a beautiful view of the Turnagain Arm. And there's so much wildlife here in the summer. There's moose, there's shorebirds, seagulls, and so much more. And we're really just enjoying our stroll after our hard hike earlier through the marsh, listening to all the birds.
We didn't end up seeing too many birds, but we have heard them all around us, and we can tell they're kind of just hiding. But this boardwalk is so beautiful, and we definitely recommend it if you're in the area. Anchorage has been so much fun. If you've been here, we want to know what is your favorite thing to do here, because there just seems like there is an abundance of things to do. But from here, we're driving towards Whittier to explore even more of Alaska, and we can't wait to show you.